So I'm looking at this. Is the U.S. on the right or the wrong track? There's almost nothing for strongly right track, somewhat right track, neither right nor wrong track. A tiny fraction somewhat wrong track, and the vast majority in August and September say we're on the wrong track, and frankly, it's getting worse.
It is getting worse. And there's a couple of really interesting, I guess, kind of macro issues coming out of this survey. And I'd recommend you can go to redballoon.org/freedom economy. You can read all of the information on this. But a lot of these small businesses they're concerned about the administration, inflation, and we can get into some of those things. They're worried about the Federal Reserve. They're worried about all those things. But then a lot of them are saying, but my business, I'm working really hard, and I think I'm optimistic about my business. And so what this survey is showing is this tale of two economies that we're seeing right now. We have the economy that is the blue states. It is the people who spend all their time doing DEI training and microaggression training, as we talked about in the last show. They're spending all their time doing that, and taxes and regulation, and their economy is struggling, their businesses are struggling, and their quality of life is going downhill rapidly. Whereas you have this freedom economy. You have it in red states like Texas and Florida, Idaho, where I'm from, where you see these economies that are actually doing pretty well despite what's coming out of DC. And those businesses are doing really well. We talked to businesses at Red Balloon that are, they're booked for the next 6 months, and they're just trying to catch up with all the work that they have to do. And so it is really this weird, interesting tale of two economies we have, and that's part of what we're trying to capture.
But a complete validation of what you just said can be seen in the census data for the state of California, which you used to be from California, or New York. California and New York are losing people rapidly, and Florida and Texas are gaining people rapidly. I mean, people are voting with their feet. They're leaving these bad states, and also I think they're leaving these bad companies.
They are. And actually an interesting stat in California where I grew up. So there's a sector of the economy, they're kind of bellwethers of where an economy is going to go. It's people who are under 30 years old earning over $100,000 a year. There's not lots of people in their 20s earning a six-figure salary. And so, but those people are generally going to be the leaders of the economy. They're going to build the businesses that are meaningful and going to move the needle on an economy. California on average has net 100-ish people of that category leave the state. In 2020, that was over 8,000 of those people left the state.
Wow.
These are people who are realizing that the policies, the taxes are going to kill their business, they're going to kill their opportunities, and they want to go somewhere where they're free. And we're conservatives. Conservatives don't like to move. We don't like to go somewhere new. We conserve.
Right.
We like to put down roots. We like to be somewhere. But I've talked to so many people from Boston and New York and Chicago who are like, we've been here for 3 generations and we're moving to Nashville, because we need to be free, and I need my kids to grow up in a free environment. Well, those are the hardest working people who are going to drive the economy in a totally different way, and a lot of them are captured in this Freedom Economy Index.
Yeah, no, it sounds like an Ayn Rand novel.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And John, where is John Gall, right?
Yeah, we're all going to a gulch somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, so here's another, the percentage of your respondents that believe the U.S. is headed into a major recession, it went up from July 60% to 70% in August and over 80% in September.
Yeah.
Is that still the feeling? Is that the economy overall is not doing well, even if your small businesses tend to do well?
Yeah, absolutely. These businesses, they're looking at the economy around. And the thing is, if you're in a small business, if you're in business, you understand economics better than most economic professors at universities.
No question.
You understand that you get money in, then you can put money out. And if that doesn't work, then you go out of business, right? The federal government doesn't understand that.
Nope.
Professors don't understand that. Small businesses are professors of economics, and they're looking at what's happening around them, and they realize my employees have to earn more money because they're paying a lot in gas, they're paying a lot in food, they're paying a lot in shelter, and so I have to pay them more. My supplies are significantly up. A lot of these small businesses do not believe the economic data coming out of DC right now, whether it's census data, whether it's BLS data, whether it's inflation data. They're like, I hear you saying that, but I don't believe it at all. And so that's why they're concerned, because they say no matter what the census or the BEA or the BLS say, they don't believe that data, and therefore they're like, I think we're actually in a far worse shape than any of the data is showing right now.
Well, and they see a political component because over 70% see the personal financial outlook is much worse since Biden took office.
That's
they
right.
see that politically, and that's impacting their hiring.
It is.
And so they're planning to hire to expand the team is going down. The plan to hire to replace existing openings has gone up, but a good number don't even plan to hire at all.